Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that I've generally wanted to talk about for a long time. And that being just the terrible state that Destiny 2 is in, and just how the game overall isn't really fun anymore. And, I want to point out before we get further in the video, I'm not going to criticize Bungie. I'm going to talk about things that they are doing terribly and things that they could really improve. I'm not just going to dump a bunch of hate on the company. I'm going to give them feedback that can help improve their game instead of, just constantly criticizing everything wrong. We're going to talk about the good things that Bungie has done and some of the bad things in this video. On a side note, I would like to say this video is not me going to be completely dumping the game. I still love Destiny, but I'm kind of worried about the game, especially considering that this is a 6 month long season and the funnel shape is not looking super promising right now. I've never been less excited for a DLC launch for a long time now, and I'm just going to discuss some things, some contributing factors as to why Destiny is not really fun anymore. Um, First of all, I've been a Destiny 1 veteran. I've been playing Destiny since I was 8 years old. I started vanilla D1 beta, and all I can say is Destiny 1 was the glorious times. I surely do miss those times, but it is what it is. D2 is out, and I generally think that Destiny 2 was the downfall of the Destiny saga. Don't get me wrong, Destiny 2 had some awesome eras, and by every way, Destiny 2 is better than Destiny 1. And if you generally do think that Destiny 1 is better, that's okay. You're allowed to have your own opinion, of course. But I'm going to state my honest opinion. I think that if you generally think that D1 is better, you kind of are a little blinded by nostalgia because what did D1 have that D2 didn't have? Outside of all the microtransaction was during the rise of Iron, microtransactions were really cranked up into the game. And outside of that too, D1 literally has everything that D2 has. D1 was only 30 FPS and like 720p. D2 can go to 4K and however hertz your monitor supports, which that's definitely an improvement. That's one big thing too, like I think people forget about. D1 was an awesome game, don't get me wrong, but everybody was also younger back then, so times are easier and a lot of people were just happier in general back then. So that definitely contributes to the game's, nostalgic look back. Don't get me wrong, I forever love D1 and I will always miss it, but as much as I do say and criticize Destiny 2, Destiny is still the better game compared to D1. Now, let's get into the fun stuff of the video. What are we going to do for the 6 month of the funnel shape? I don't honestly know what to do for content wise. Content is just getting really, really boring now. I really want to make content for you guys, but it's just the viewership and overall just trying to pump out content on a daily note is just super painful because it's just like I don't know what to make videos on. It's like leak videos do well, you guys like them, but at the same time, leaks are so dry right now, and I don't want to clickbait them. Um, so I'm just thinking to myself, when I was looking back on these times, what necessarily went wrong with D2? What caused Destiny to not be enjoyable? I personally think that the seasonal structure made Destiny almost unbearable. A lot of video games nowadays have season passes, season ranks, and just a lot of seasonal content that's gatekept behind $10 every 3 months. I feel like it's so repetitive and old. We need something new besides a battle pass that Fortnite kind of pumped out, and then every gaming industry took it by storm. Now every game has a battle pass. I'm sure Minecraft probably has a battle pass or some type of form of a battle pass. We need a new seasonal structure that isn't like a ton of saying of, oh, every 3 months, season of the Wish, season of the Splicers, season of the Lost. We need a entire new concept. We need something to keep the game fresh every month. Not necessarily I'm saying they should break the current seasonal structure, but they got to switch it up because, guys, come on, a 6 month season outside of a little bit of content that they're calling smaller than the 30th anniversary pack, which is going to be the Into the Light mini anniversary pack for the 10th year. I hate to say it, guys, but I think the 10th year anniversary of Destiny is going to be quite stale and pale, to be honest, because, guys, I mean, the game's already in a really bad state. A lot of people are, on the negative side about the game. But I generally think the reason why Destiny 2 is not fun anymore is because of the seasonal structure and just the horrendously bad state of PvP, guys. Like, I intentionally put Trials gameplay in the background for my How to Go Flawless video, just because I think it really points out how terrible the state of Destiny is. I mean, guys, every game you have to run PK SMGs or some form of conditional igneous hammer of some type of meta just to have a chance at winning against any team above the average KD. It's just not fun. We've had an SMG meta in PvP for almost a year now. Literally ever since the introduction of Lightfall, and a little bit before Lightfall, it's been an SMG meta. And I think that contributes to the PvP player base really falling off, and Strand. Strand has just been horrendous. I don't know, guys. I cannot stand Strand right now. It has made Destiny PvP absolutely a nightmare. But on the other hand, Strand's absolutely fun to use in PvE. And I think another thing that really killed Destiny alone is just separate sandboxes that they did, guys. They need to have separate sandboxes instead of nerfing one thing in one game mode and then, it has a snowball effect. Like if they nerf Stompies, which was mainly for PvP, it snowballed effect into PvE. So Stompies weren't initially as good, and that nerf was towards both separate PvE and PvP. They need to have nerfs specifically for PvP and specifically for PvE. Two different sandboxes. As an example, the Cloud Strike Catalyst did increase damage, right? That worked only in PvE. They need to do that, but with certain guns and certain exotics, when they tune, like, as an example, we know Six Coyote's probably going to get nerfed because of the Strand Clone spam. They need to ensure that they don't nerf the exotic outside of PvP, because not only is it going to make the community really angry, that's the same situation that happened with Omnioculus. I genuinely think that this is the main reason why Destiny 2 has really become unenjoyable and just not fun, because we didn't have these issues back in D1. And I think another thing that really contributed to that was definitely the skill gap increase, because, I mean, let's be real, guys, the skill gap always increases in a game regardless. However long a game has been out, the skill gap is always going to increase. And that's another thing too. Destiny has been around for 10 years now, guys. People are going to get better at it and evolve. It is what it is, honestly. But yeah, what do you guys generally think that we could do to improve the current state of Destiny? The three suggestions that I have is to improve the seasonal model structure. I think episodes are a really silly look. I generally do not care about episodes. Episodes after the funnel shape seem very silly to me. They are pretty much taking the issue that we already have and just renaming it episodes, which is just super lame. I mean, come on, guys. Like, nobody really is going to be like, oh, I can't wait for the new Echoes episode to release. They're going to be very disappointed when they realize that it is the exact same seasonal structure. I personally just am not excited for that. What do you guys think? But I think episodes and seasonal concepts have just absolutely killed the concept of, excitement for seasons. Overall, I just feel like they really should fix this because, yeah, it's just not fun. But with that all being said, I think those are the three things that really made Destiny not fun anymore. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys agree with me. That's all for today's video, guys. Have a great night or day, depending where you're from. Stay safe out there, Guardians. Peace.